if you're within 70 miles of the broadcast tower, you can just about guarantee that these things will work.
You know, I'm gonna tell y'all, Curtis, he gave me a bunch of good ideas. His ideas, he don't even know what he even said to me. But his ideas are so good that I can't even tell him. Hello, everybody. This here's Danny S Hodges. I want to introduce to you Curtis. He's the one I made the gray Hooverman for. And also, I didn't say in the video, but he had done bought an ultimate antenna, like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. And he come back and said he wanted a gray Hooverman. So I made him a gray Hooverman. But he's tested the ultimate antenna, and he's going to tell you about it. So this is going to be Curtis's recommendation about the ultimate TV antenna, and he's just going to tell you a few things, tell you like what he knows. Alright, Curtis, how you doing today?
Hey, Danny, I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Pretty good.
Now, yeah, I did buy one of these ultimate antennas from you, and I was very impressed. You know, I had a larger antenna, and it's so big and bulky, and it looks bad. But I'm telling you, this ultimate antenna right here, this thing is half the size of what I had, but the reception is a little bit better than what I had. And that's what's so amazing to me. And it's just, I'm telling you folks, it is great quality. I mean, it is solid. It is, you can put it in a storm and it will not tear up. I mean, this is solid structure, and the reception is unbelievable.
When you know, you were telling me that you done your channel scan, and you texted me one night telling me you got a bunch of channels. Tell them about that.
Yeah, I actually turned it around and faced it towards Savannah, and I was getting all the Savannah channels. And, you know, I live 100 miles from Savannah. And, you know, and that's what this antenna will do. It'll get 100 miles out. You know, if you're in the right location and you ain't got trees and stuff like that blocking you, and you have a good preamp on here, it will reach out 100 miles. And this ain't this eBay hype. This is real. Now these eBay people that say that they can do 180 miles, it's just not possible because of the curving of the earth. 100 miles is pretty much the limit, but this will do it.
Curtis, I made him, you know, I reckon 2 or 3 weeks ago. Curtis is a walking Google. I sit down and talk to him, you know, like for hours. Sometimes I had to slow him down about, he start getting too deep.
These are quality antennas too. They just don't, they don't make these no more because, you know.
Did they used to make the gray Hooverman for?
They did years ago. A company called Antenna Craft, who supplied Radio Shack, the old-fashioned Radio Shack, with antennas. They done it, and they supplied a website called Summit Source, and they made the Hooverman. But when the recession hit in 2008, Radio Shack, because of the internet and the way things were changing, they just couldn't pull through. And, you know, and being Antenna Craft was tied in with Radio Shack, they went out of business. So you cannot go anywhere on the internet and find a gray Hooverman antenna. Believe me, I have looked. But Danny,
they actually, that used to be, I mean, I know that it's old technology, but say that's been around. I mean, that was a big time antenna, the gray Hooverman.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, 40, 50 years ago, back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, gray Hooverman was, was right next to one of the best you could buy. Now they had an antenna called the Channel Master 4251, which was a big dish antenna. I mean, it was humongous, and
is that the one you were telling me about the other day that had
yeah,
like the 5-foot screen?
Right. I mean, it was humongous. But the Gray Hooverman was the next best thing to them antennas. Now, it wouldn't quite do what that one would do, but for the size and the cost, it actually, it actually, for most people, it was a cheaper alternative. And, and back then, when you had the old-fashioned analog signals, you needed every bit of gain and strength you could possibly get. And that's why they created these antennas. Whereas now, on digital, if you got a 50% signal within 40 miles, you probably don't need one this big. But when you start getting outside of 50 miles, it gets difficult to pick up reception. And that's what the Hooverman and Danny's Ultimate Antenna will do. Once you outside of 50 miles, you need these.
I told you I sold Curtis an Ultimate Antenna 2 or 3 weeks ago. And anyway, tell us about that, Curtis. What you doing with the antenna?
Well, actually, what I've done with it, I had a neighbor / co-worker that, she had put up one of them smaller Walmart antennas. I call them Walmart El Cheapos.
It ain't one of them 150-mile specials, is it?
It's one of them 150-mile specials. Yes, sir. It sure is there, Danny. But I went over there and she asked me, because she knows that I know a little bit about antennas, so I ran over there and we put it up, and we were getting four channels, and we had a couple that was trying to pixelate a little bit, but we just had 4 channels. Well, I told her, I said, I think we gonna need to get you a better setup. And like I got a few antennas at the house, and because the one I've got, it's just so big, it's hard to carry around. It's an old antenna craft. But the Ultimate Antenna I had, and I went over there. Well, we went over there and we set it up, and we didn't have it about a foot or 2 off the ground, because I just wanted to test it to make sure it was going to work. And she went from 4 channels to getting every channel in Macon.
Y'all have a booster hooked up?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We did have to hook up a booster because we're about 70 miles from the tower.
Yeah.
But with the booster, we hooked it up, foot off the ground, done a channel scan, and instantly she was picking up all the Macon channels, plus channel TV 35, and she was just so happy that she wanted to buy it right there. And I was like, well, I didn't want to sell everything, but you can always, I can always come to Danny and get me another one. And so we put it up, and the next day we put it up on top of the roof, and she's been very, very happy since. She can watch her channel 13 news every morning, and she is just tickled to death. And and that's what these antennas will do. They if you're within 70 miles of the broadcast tower, you can just about guarantee that these things will work.
I'm going to tell y'all, Curtis, he gave me a bunch of good ideas. Hey, his ideas, he don't even know what he even said to me. But his ideas are so good that I can't even tell him. All right, Curtis. I don't think you want to say what your last name is, because all the women will be calling you and everything. Is that right?
Yeah. We don't. All
right.
I already got enough of them.
All right. Repeat after me.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Please like and subscribe.
Please like and subscribe.
And we'll see you next time.
We will see you next time.
Alrighty.